Hey folks, back with Chasing Trail. On a ride today with my dad. We're headed out towards Shingletown. Cruising out here along this amazing rock wall which goes for miles and miles out here. Really pretty out here. Going for a ride this morning before it gets too hot. Gonna make a little pit stop here in a few minutes, where I'm going to check out an XR650L. It's a 2003 with only 4,000 miles on it. A couple upgrades, looks pretty clean. Price is right. It's rare to find them for under $5,000 around here, regardless of year. Sure, it's different in other parts of the country. It's a really fun road out here, but in pretty bad shape, and there's a lot of potholes, so I'm not talking a lot. It's because I'm really concentrating on the road. You hit something like that or that, it's going to be bad news. Dodging potholes. Do you need to piss?
What?
You need to piss?
No.
Okay.
This road's in bad shape, and there's some big potholes, one giant one.
Yeah.
But I just missed by dumb luck because I didn't see it till I was on top of it.
I'm paying close attention. There's some nasty ones along here. It's going to be the same out this way. Roads all over this county are in pretty rough shape. Probably because of all the rain. I mean, some of these roads have been in rough shape for a long time, including this one. But with all the rain we got this last year, I think it really did a number on all the roads. This is not a big touring bike's Bresson de Tree, however you say that. I don't speak French, obviously. My wife's cousin does. She lives in Paris. Shit's a little bit sketchy out here. Bresson de Tree. Look at that some bitch. Oh! I stood up for that. It's too late to brake. Stand up, hang on, pucker. Here's another one. Fuck's sakes, man. This road is fucked up. It's especially bad in the shadows like this because that's when they get really hard to see. So I'm gonna go kind of slow through here. Deer. Speaking of deer. Really surprised I didn't scrape my floorboards there. Pretty impressive. Hey folks, I'm back. My battery ran out as I was leaving the guy's house with the XR. You going? So unfortunately I missed all the best footage. So it goes. I didn't record that test ride, just given the guy's location and everything, I thought it would be rude. I did not love the XR650L. I thought I would. It's in nice condition. He's got it priced fairly. It's got a Clark tank on it. XR's only exhaust, some IMS foot pegs, Renthal bars, hand guards. I mean, the thing's set up decently. Doesn't really need it much. But I did not enjoy riding it. So everyone describes these things as torque monsters, and I guess I expected it to be a little more peppy. The only other 650 I have to compare it to is the DR650 I had, which had an exhaust, and I ended up putting a pumper carb on it. And I recall it feeling more peppy. It's been a while, so maybe I'm not remembering correctly, but this thing just didn't, I don't know, it felt slow to me. And maybe that's because I'm coming off of having owned a bunch of lightweight, high-powered European dual sports, but the XR definitely felt slow. As has been mentioned many other places, the seating position I didn't find particularly comfortable. The seat was not bad, but the seat to peg distance is pretty tight, so I feel like my knees are pretty bunched up, and then standing wasn't very comfortable, and it already had Renthal bars and bar risers on it. Yeah, overall I just wasn't that impressed. Again, another thing people had frequently mentioned, the spacing between first and second gear is awkward. It's like first is really low and then 2 is too tall. So it's a good deal and a nicely set up XR, but the XR is not for me. I definitely prefer the DRZ 400. And that was awesome that he allowed me to test ride it. I've had this revelation before, and I've said it before, the only way to really know if you're going to like a bike or not is to test ride it. I was pretty convinced, once again, just from spec sheets and forum posts and watching a lot of videos, that I was really going to like the XR. But I rode it and I didn't. So I'm really glad I did not go out and buy a brand new one, which I had considered. I would have been disappointed. So I won't be getting an XR. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy anything right at the moment. My inclination at this moment in time is to just pay off some debt and probably not buy anything this summer. It's going to be too hot to ride much anyway. Even today it's going to be like 99 degrees. And it's only going to be hotter from here for the next few months. So, and if there is a day to ride, I'd like to get out and ride on the on this bike. So probably work on just paying down some debt, and then as we come into fall, plan on purchasing something at that point. Look at that dinosaur. And a cock.